Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth and rule well. And I want to say shalom to you Akim and Akwat out there pursuing this truth diligently. Coming at you once again with another lesson. All right, and this one's titled, "And you women think you have it so bad in America," all right, and bad is in parentheses, all right, as if, to mock it. Because what you think is bad really ain't so bad at all, but America's taught you that it's bad, all right? America has messed your mind up, all right? It's like that, what was that song by Frank Zappa? Was it, was it That Girl Has Messed My Mind Up? Let me see. Messed my mind up. Oh, Lucille has messed my mind up, all right? But instead of Lucille, you know who it is? It's the great whore, all right? Babylon. Babylon has messed your mind up, all right? And if you look in those lyrics, it it fits, man, all right? Some of these lyrics, this is the lyrics from, here, I'll just bring them up, all right? It's funny that I thought of that because, I just had it. It's funny because if you listen to the lyric, that's really the state of a lot of you Jake, all right? So this is the lyrics by Frank Zappa. Lucille has messed my mind up. It says, Lucille has messed my mind up, but I still love her. Oh, I still love her. Lucille has messed my mind up, but I still need her. You know I need her. What you trying to do to me, Lucille? It's tore up my heart, but I still need her. She's treating me hard, so on and so forth, all right? And that's what you, Jake, think. You think you love Babylon, all right? You think, oh, I need it. I need Babylon. I need it. It's great. I love it here. All right, no. All right, Babylon has messed your mind up. All right, you Jakes, it has messed your mind up. All right, and the reason we're speaking about your mind being messed up is because, like we were saying, everything that's bad, all right, in America, all right, that's so-called bad, all right, not everything, but a lot of it is decent things, all right. Oh, you don't have an open mind. That's bad. You're not supposed to have an open mind. You're not loving and accepting to everyone. That's not bad. That's how we're supposed to be, all right. Well, you're a chauvinist, all right. You're misogynistic. Well, that's not bad either, all right. The man's supposed to be over the woman. Well, you don't think that love is love. Well, guess what? We're not supposed to, all right. So everything that you think is bad, all right. Not everything, but a lot of the things that you think are bad are good, and a lot of the things you think are good are bad. All right, you think, oh, it's good for two men to be. No, that's bad. It's good to have a big pork dinner. No, that's bad. All right, your mind. All right, Babylon has messed your mind up. All right, Babylon has really messed your mind up. Okay, and the reason we're touching on this is because as the topic is, and you women think you have it so bad in America. All right, we got a couple different. This is kind of a conglomerate. I got a video. I found this one today. This one I've had since, I guess, Sunday. All right. And, just touching on a few things. All right. Just showing you women think you got it so bad in America. All right. You think you have it so bad in America. Meanwhile, and you think, all the women in those Middle Eastern countries, they're just they're poor souls. All right. When those women are perfectly happy, all right. Not all of them, of course. You're gonna have, they're women in general, right? So, you're gonna have rebellious ones, all right. But for the most part, those women, that's how they've been taught. They like to be under their men. They think it's, if they saw how you're acting, all right, you'd be thought of as an embarrassment, all right. You American women, all right, you'd be thought of as an embarrassment. Okay. Now, I think we're gonna start off with this article. I found this one today, and this is, man, I tell you about, this is the definition of pussy whipped right here, all right, and slack for the language, but that's what it's called, or being a simp, all right, a simpleton, all right, being whipped, all right, being a slave to your wife, all right. This is it right here. This is a definition of this, all right. But before we continue, let's pause that. Like we were saying, let's finish the topic, all right. You women, all right, going into this lesson, all right, and this lesson's really for you Jake women, all right, but going into this, all right, you got to realize all the things that you think that have been taught to you by, you know, the so-called black woman, all right, your mother, or so on and so forth, the so-called Mexican woman, all right, whoever you are, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, you've been raised wrong, all right, 99% of the time you've been raised wrong, all right. So a lot of these things you're gonna, this doesn't make sense, all right. But as we get through it, hey, the scriptures explain it perfectly, okay. You know, so we're just gonna jump right into it, and we'll grab the scriptures as we go. All right, to correlate along. Let me pull up the scriptures on my phone here so it can so I can better follow along. Okay. So let's go and jump right here. Let's see, is this gonna play the full video? Let's see if it plays the full video. Let's make sure the volume's up.
A lot.
Here we go.
So my boyfriend and I were having a lot of issues in the beginning, like a lot. And ultimately I felt like we weren't compatible, even though we had a lot of love for each other. So as a last straw, we decided to do like a performance improvement plan. And
Not we, you.
before you come at me, I know it's kind of harsh to some of you, but he's an engineer, and sometimes it's really hard to communicate with him without using something that he can already relate to.
First of all, my bro, all right, you are an engineer, okay? This woman, if she's gonna leave, man, she's gonna leave. All right, you're not supposed to drop your woman, but if she's gonna leave, she already belongs to the street, man. She's probably cheating anyway if she was already thinking about leaving you. All right, I'd do some serious digging, all right, because you might find something that you didn't want to find out, but hey, it'll be much needed. All right, I'd do some digging, because the way she sounds, it sounds like she looks like, you know, she's a woman after all. She looks like she'd be the type to run around. All right, you're an engineer. She's probably with you for your money, my dude. All right. So, and also, if you're an engineer, you're making the money. Look, this girl isn't good looking enough to be, waving the stick in the air, all right, and wearing the pants in the relationship, all right. No woman's, pretty enough to do that. All right, but I'm just saying, this woman, she must think she's better looking than she is.
Communicate with him
because she's over here making demands and shit. Like anyway, let's continue.
without using something that he can already relate to.
And before we continue, listen how she's talking to him like he's a dog or a child or something. When in perspective, it's really the women that are like children. But just listen. Let's rewind a little bit and listen how she talks about him and talks, like he's a dog or a little kid or something.
That he can already relate to. Plus, he kind of liked it. So we had a shared note with daily and weekly tasks he needed to do and a set of things that he needed to work on. And it worked out really well.
And that's not the full video. One moment. I'll go down here and get it. Bitch looked crazy in the face too. She got antidepressant eyes. All right, that's the thing I call them. I call them antidepressant eyes, and that's how you know when a bitch is crazy. When they have this big fucking pupils going on, stay away from them because they're on fucking antidepressants. All right, and antidepressants can be for anxiety or depression. But either way, that means they're fucking nuts. All right, they're knuckin' futs. Stay away from them. They're knuckin' futs. Let's play the video.
In real life. For those of you not in tech, PIP stands for Performance Improvement Plan, and it's what you get put on when they're about to fire you. So my boyfriend...
So, there we go. That's the part we need, when they're about to fire you. So, she's about to fire this man, being that she's about to dump this guy. Alright? She's about to dump this guy. I forgot my wife had TikTok on here. I don't know how to use this just here. Can I just...
I'm going to share with you guys how I pipped my boyfriend in real life. For those of you not in tech, PIP stands for Performance Improvement Plan, and it's what you get put on when they're about to fire you.
There you go.
So my boyfriend and I were having a lot of issues in the beginning, like a lot. And ultimately I felt like we weren't compatible, even though we had a lot of love for each other. So as a last straw, we decided to do like a performance improvement plan. And before you come at me, I know it's kind of harsh to some of you, but he's an engineer, and sometimes it's really hard to communicate with him without using something that he can already relate to. Plus, he kind of liked it. So we had a shared note with daily and weekly tasks he needed to do and a set of things that he needed to work on. And it worked out really well. Like even now, for our household chores, things that he's responsible for, we use a Kanban board. That has been the only thing that has stuck and works. Like anything I need done, I just add it onto the Kanban board and he'll get it done. But if I need done, I just add it on. Like anything I need done, I just add it onto the Kanban board and he'll get it done. Like anything I need done, I just add it onto the Kanban board and he'll get it done. But if I just tell him, he'll forget about it. We also do weekly retrospectives where we check in with each other at the end of each week to see how we're doing. And that's my favorite.
That's
I'm gonna
That's not a way to have a relationship. Simp. That's a fucking simp, man. You're a fucking simp for allowing your woman to treat you like this. You are a fucking simp for allowing your woman to treat you like this, all right? Oh, you're on a performance and you're on a performance improvement plan, all right? That like she said, that a performance improvement plan is when they're about to fire. She's about to leave anyway, dude. She's probably going and getting whatted down by some other dude. She's probably belongs to the streets, all right? She was about to leave your ass, dude. Fucking no. Nah, I'd suggest getting if you're wanting another woman, just get another one now, all right? Because she don't look like she's staying around, all right? And if you get another woman, she leaves. I mean, you're allowed to get another woman. If she leaves, that's on her. So it's apparently this doesn't have any comments. Oh, yeah, because they're probably getting fried alive. All right, this creator turned off comments. All right, I don't know what she is, but she looks like a fucking unsavory, a horrible woman to be around. All right. Let's see. Why did he get pipped? Let's see.
Y'all need to chill the fuck out. Like, some of y'all in my comments, especially the men, think when I said I pipped my boyfriend that it's really toxic.
It is fucking
and wondering
toxic, you dumb whore.
why I didn't get pipped too. But if you actually watched the video and read the caption, you'll see that I said I had things I needed to work.
This is an insufferable woman. This is a picture painting of about 99% of the women in America.
On to make this relationship work out. I'm only responding to this comment because I don't want the girlies to misunderstand that this is our day-to-day and it's okay to pip your boyfriend to get what you want, because it's not. We literally tried everything we could for a couple that was only together for 3 months. I didn't give him an ultimatum. It didn't come from a toxic argument. It's not some manipulation tactic.
Yes,
it literally was a conversation that was like, hey, we're not a fit, so let's not waste each other's time. Not like, hey, if you don't change, I'm gonna leave you. I don't believe in...
That's a lie. First of all, how you know that was a lie? Because a performance, like you said, a performance improvement plan is what you put them on before you fire them. So what would the relationship equality, what would the equal action be for a relationship? That would be a divorce, all right, a dumping, whatever you want to call it.
Changing people, and I don't believe that he was gonna change.
You said you don't believe in changing people. But okay, let's listen.
I don't believe in changing people, and I don't
Remember that.
believe that he was going to change for me, because
Okay, let's go back.
people don't change for other people. They just end up reverting back to how they are. Ask and you shall receive.
We don't need this woman anymore. But let's go back. She said, "I don't want you to change for me, or because I don't think people change for the."
I'm going to share with you guys how I pipped my boyfriend in real life. For those of you not in tech, PIP stands for Performance Improvement Plan, and it's what you get put on when they're about to fire you. So my boyfriend and I were having a lot of issues in the beginning, like a lot. And ultimately, I felt like we weren't compatible, even though we had a lot of love for each other. So as a last straw, we decided to do like a performance improvement plan. And before you come at me, I know it's kind of harsh to some of you, but he's an engineer, and sometimes it's really hard to communicate with him without using something that he can already relate to. Plus, he kind of liked it. So we had a shared note with daily and weekly tasks he needed to do and a set of things that he needed to work on. And it worked out really well. Like, even now,
So,
for
a set of things that he needed to work on. All right.
Needed to work on.
If you're
And
working on yourself, wouldn't that be
it worked out really
changing? Anyway, we don't need enough of this woman. All right, she belongs to the streets. All right, get her off of here. She belongs to the streets. All right, that's 99% of American women right there. Just a bunch of trash. All right, just a bunch of trash. So first, let's go over and grab 1 Corinthians 11:3. All right. Now, we have a couple things, actually. We have a couple things here that we're going to grab into. All right. So 1 Corinthians 11:3. All right. Speaking about having head coverings too, because we're going to talk about that as well. All right. 1 Corinthians 11:3. It says, "But I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of every man, and the head of every woman is the man." Let me start over. "But I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is the Most High." Okay, so this is a definitive order of things. All right, if you look at the order that this is set in, you would see that there's an order. All right, you would see that the Most High is over Yahushai, Yahushai is over the man, and the man's over the woman. All right, that is a specific set order. All right, so that woman is not to place herself over the man. All right, why? Because things get, you know, messed up. They get Babylonianized. All right, so to speak. Because if you want to know what that means, look around. Look how it is. All right. Next time you go to your supermarket, next time you go to your Smiths, next time you go to your Walmart, next time you go to Costco, next time you go to your what else? What else do you got? Your Smiths, your Walmarts, your Albertsons, your Safeways, your Fry's, your Kroger stores, your Kmart's, if those are still around. Anytime, your Best Buys even, all right, your clothing stores, all right, your Burlingtons, your Rosses, all right, any of these stores. Anytime you go around, look at how the women are behaving, all right. They are the leaders, all right, of this society now, and that's not the way it's supposed to be, all right. Who do they put in the forefront of media? The woman, all right. Who has the largest voice in America? The woman, all right. A man says, "Oh no, I didn't do that." The woman says, "Yes, he did." Who do they believe? The woman. All right, the woman has the largest voice, and that's not the order biblically that things are supposed to be. And if you women are getting upset about this and you're having mad, well, guess what? You hate the Bible, all right? And the Most High is going to put you to death. So you can go ahead and remove yourself from off this lesson, all right? You can go ahead and remove yourself from this conversation. You can go ahead and remove yourself from the scriptures because you hate them, all right? And it doesn't mean you hate me. It doesn't mean you hate the brother that you know, on another video on YouTube that's saying it, or the other brother, or the apostle, or the elder that's making the video. No, you don't hate none of us. Who you hate is Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You hate the Lord, all right, because these are his words, are they not? Does not the Lord speak through men? All right, so you're not hating us. You think you hate us, all right? You're no, you hate the Lord. You're calling the Lord a misogynist, all right? You're hating him. You're saying that he's unjust. You're saying that he's unfair, all right? What he's doing is not right, all right? So if you're in that mindset saying, "Oh, this isn't right," you're in that feminist mindset, you can go ahead and remove yourself from around us and do us a favor and never come around us ever again, all right? Because you're in the mindset that's not going to be fixable, all right? You're fucked up in the head, all right? You have a permanent disease of the mind, all right? So leave and never return. But without any further ado, for you women that can stay, all right, and act like an orderly, a normal woman, how a woman should be, all right, a submissive woman, all right, really, this lesson, from this point on, this lesson is just going to be refresher for you, because the people that need to hear it, they would have already left, all right? It says, "But I would have you know that the head of every woman, that the head of every man," Satan trying to get in there, "but I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man. The head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is the Most High." All right, and this is something you women need to hear too, because you think that this is, oh, this is misogynist, oh, this is that. But look at how you behave. Look at how you act. All right, especially you so-called Negro women. All right, you so-called black women. All right, like there's been plenty of lessons put out. There's been videos even by people not in this truth. All right. Videos not in this truth, you know, this like there's that video that I watched recently, I think at Two Throne Info, the page that Elder Yashawamba runs. I think it was basically saying that, you know, the black woman is the only woman that no nation wants to have dealings with. All right, Asians don't want to have dealings with you. All right, Mexican, so-called Asians don't want to have dealings with you. So-called Mexicans don't want to have dealings with you. So-called Elamites don't want to have dealings with you. So-called white men don't want to have dealings with you. The so-called black man himself doesn't want to have dealings with you. All right, hell, 99% of the time, guess what? The black woman, not in some weird sexual way, but 99% of the time, the black woman doesn't even want to have dealings with you. Not sexually, of course, because that's off. But even as a friendship, all right, you guys talk shit behind each other's back. Nobody wants to have any dealings with you. And guess what? 99% of the time, you don't even want to have dealings with yourself. All right? That's how deep this is going. 99% of the time, you don't even want to have dealing with yourself. You hate yourself. You don't like the way you are. All right? And that's where it really goes down into. That's what it goes deep down into. But you know what you've done? You convince yourself that I'm a bad bitch. Oh, I rule shit over here. And you think you're a bad bitch. But guess what? Deep down inside, the only reason you're putting that's a facade. All right? Let's look that word up. That's a facade. Here. Facade, an outward appearance that is maintained to conceal a less pleasant or credible reality. All right. So a fake. All right. A sham. All right. An illusion, masquerade. All right. It's a cloak. That's a mask you put on. All right. Really, you're deeply ashamed and you hate yourself. All right. A lot of you got daddy issues too, but you know that's what it is. All right. But you put on, oh, I'm a bad bitch. I'm a savage. No, you're not. No, you're not. All right. And you wonder why your life's so bad, but you just can't submit yourself to a man. All right. It would be better if you just submit yourself to a man and had a man take care of you. But no, you got to do it yourself. You got to do it yourself. So let's go and continue down to 4. It says every man, and this is very relevant as of now, apparently. All right, this is very relevant as of now. All right, because you got who is it? Sakari. All right, Sakari just saying a bunch of mumbo jumbo. All right, the myopic chief priest, and Lord willing, I'm gonna touch on that. I don't have too much to say on it, but I just want a few words. All right, with that whole myopic and all these big word Israelites, or not even being a big word, but just the way he uses it. All right, myopic, or him and Vocab Malone should get together, because Vocab Malone's favorite word is that's fallacy. All right, that's a myopic fallacy. All right, they can have a wonderful time. All right, so continuing on, and 4, listen here. All right. Sakari doesn't know what's going on. Every man praying or prophesying having his head covered dishonoreth his head. All right, and guess what? If you're talking about the Bible, you're reading scriptures, and you have your head covered, that's prophesying. And guess what you're doing? You're dishonoring your head. Okay, but what about the woman, though? But every woman that prayeth or prophesy with her head uncovered dishonor her head. So you women, all right, guess what? You're supposed to pray, all right, and not prophesy does not mean making lessons. All right, that's different. Okay, but praying, all right, you're supposed to pray with your head covered. Okay, it says, but everyone that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered dishonoreth her head, for that is even all one as if she were shaven. Okay, all one as if she were shaven. Okay, for if a woman be not covered, let her also be shorn. But it is a shame for a woman to be shorn. But if it is a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven, let her be covered. All right, for a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for so much he is the image and glory of the Most High, but the woman is the glory of the man. All right, again showing you that woman is under man. 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 You got it? Verse 8, for the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Once again, for the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Once again, for the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Verse 9, neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. Once again, neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. So you women that are right, guess what? You're out of order. All right, you're out of order. All right, and guess what? The Lord does not like it when things are out of order. All right, there's a specific order of things and how they're supposed to be. And you know what happens when things fall out of order? You know what happens when things fall out of order? You get situations like Babylon the Great. All right, you get situations like Babylon the Great. Okay, and they don't teach you these things in church. All right, because a lot of the women walk right out of the congregation, and guess what? They wouldn't have money lying in their pockets then. All right, but we teach it to you the real way. We teach you how it is. All right, women aren't supposed to be, when they're praying, they're supposed to be covered. All right, they're not supposed. They are under men. All right, it is true, but you don't like it. You don't like it. You don't like it. All right, and again, if you women don't like it, all right, that's not because you don't like what we have to say. You don't like what the Lord has to say, and a lot of you women hate the Lord. All right, that's just the simple. That's just the simple way. All right, that's just the simple way of how you are. All right, 1 Timothy 2:11. And again, let me stop for a moment and say that if you women, all right, if there are women watching this, you women that are subject unto your husbands, all right, and treat your husband with respect, all right, and you're loving towards your husband, and you don't bitch him in public, and you don't slap him around and give him ultimatums and all this stuff, you're fine, all right, as long as you're doing the right thing, you're in this truth, all right. You're being a good, decently in order woman. This lesson doesn't even pertain to you at that point. All right, it can be a refresher for you. All right, but this lesson's really getting on these unruly women. All right, so again, don't get hurt through your shirt. All right, as Elder Menat Zach would say, all right, don't get hurt through your shirt. All right, over a situation that doesn't apply to you. All right, if I'm saying all blue people are pieces of shit, and you're sitting over here and you're green, all right, why are you getting mad? All right, we're talking about blue people over here, man. So anyway, not that there's green or blue people. I'm just saying it as an example. All right, if we're talking about whoever wears leather is a little weird, all right, and then you're sitting over here wearing fleece, all right, and then why are you getting mad? Why are you getting mad if it don't apply to you? All right. It's the same thing with men. Men get a little bit like that. That's a feminine thing, though. That is a feminine thing to get hurt like that. So, and a lot of our men are feminine too. All right, that's why certain situations they'll get hurt like that too. Why are you talking about all of us men? We're not all bad. What are you talking about? No, we're not talking about you. All right. We're not talking about you, but you need to grow some thicken your skin up a little bit. All right, 1 Timothy 2:11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. But I suffer not a woman to teach. All right, so here's this. All right, you guess what you can do in Babylon, you women. All right, the churches here allow you to teach. It's not, you're not supposed to. All right, you're not supposed to at all. But guess what? They'll allow you to. So you wouldn't think you have it so bad in America. They'll allow you to. Guess what? Biblically, as a woman, you're not supposed to be teaching men. All right, you're allowed to teach other women and the little children. All right, that's it. All right, you can't. You're not supposed to be leading a congregation or none of that. All right, you're not supposed to be being a priest or a deacon or a reverend or leading any type of these seminars. You're not supposed to be doing that, you women. You're not. 1 Timothy 2:12. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority. What does it mean to usurp? All right, let's get usurp or usurp. All right. Depending on how you want to pronounce it.
Usurp.
All right? Take a position of power or importance illegally or by force, and that's what you women have really done. You've taken the position of man, all right, illegally, all right, against the law, all right, biblical law, all right. You've taken it by force, all right, by bitching them, saying, if you don't treat me like this, you don't get none, or we aren't gonna be with you if you don't, treat us like this. All right, that's what you've done. You've taken it by force. All right, and these simpish men, all right, instead of just saying, fuck you then, all right, go on. And then all the women would have seen that the men weren't with it, and then they would have gave up. And that wouldn't have happened because that's not the way the Most High wanted it to go. All right? He stiffened the, he made the men's minds, dumbed down. All right, okay. Give him that Eddie Murphy joke spirit on him. Okay. Here, let's see if we can play that.
Okay.
That's what he's got you in. Let me see. Do they have the full one? Let me see. And actually, we could, man, I'd love to play that. I'd love to play that, but I think they'd take it down. This guy has it up, so it should be fine. Let's go ahead and play it.
Everyone gets a BK stacker.
Let me just mute this.
Two linebackers.
Who knows if they got some crazy copyright on it. This is true too. We're gonna play a little bit of it.
It's fucked up. That's why I say, hey,
Here.
I'm a target. If I ever get married, I have to go off to the woods of Africa and find me some crazy naked zebra bitch that knows nothing about money. She got to be butt naked on a zebra with a big bone in her nose and a big plate lip and a big fucked up afro. An afro got it like Angela Davis seeing and go, God damn, that's fucked up shit.
This is back when Eddie Murphy was good, but we're gonna play a little bit of it because he talks about something about American women fucking her up. So check it out.
Up, and one of them pics with a fist in the back, and she got to be butt naked because if she got some clothes she gonna pocket, she gonna have to put something in the pocket. So she got to be butt naked on the zebra. And y'all think it's a joke. Y'all gonna go. I'm gonna walk up there and say, "Hey, how you doing, money?" She go, "I want it." I say, "Miss Murphy." And I'm bring her home. Y'all think it's a joke. Y'all gonna go past a newsstand one day and see me on the cover of Jet with some woman with a big bone and a plate and a big fucked up afro, butt naked. And you're gonna say, "Hey, Eddie must be visiting Africa." I'll say, "Murphy marries Bush bitch." I'm gonna be like, "What?"
Now listen, it's funny. It gets better. All right, we're playing this for a reason.
What? Because I ain't getting caught. I refuse to get caught out there. Fuck that. And
he was talking about this because I can't remember who it was, but someone took half. Because that's another thing women can do in America is they leave you. They say I don't love this guy anymore, all right? And they leave you, and guess what they get? They get half of your money. They get half of your estate, half of your furniture, all right?
Bring her home and
that's what he was talking about. Why he doesn't want to get with a woman here, but he wants to get with a woman that doesn't know how to take half. But as he gets on, it's funnier.
Up in the house. You go off to Africa and get you a bushwoman. You can't let her mingle with American women.
Yep, here we are. Listen to this. Listen to this. And this is the reason why we grabbed it. All right, the only reason we let it play is because you can get the context. But listen to this.
Up in the house. You go off to Africa and get you a bushwoman. You can't let her mingle with American women, because they'll change her shit up.
Yep.
American women stick together. Last thing they want to see is you got some trained bush bitch in your house. They will catch her by herself in the kitchen and throw a monkey wrench in your whole program.
They will, yeah, because the American women don't want you to stay happy. All right, they don't want that. All right, now you're supposed to get with us. Meanwhile, you got a perfectly fine woman over here. All right, that hasn't learned Babylonian customs. All right, and you got to go and fuck it up.
As soon as they get alone, they'll be like, I can't stand him. He be running behind him doing everything he tell you to do. Who do you think he is? You ain't no God. You a human being. You ain't supposed to treat nobody. This house is too big for one person to be cleaned up. Why don't you leave? You always crying. Why don't you just leave in there? Oh, you know something, girl? Do you know you can take half his money? Did you know you can take half his money? Did you know that? Did you know you entitled? He didn't tell you entitled to half? Oh, he only told you half the story then, girl. You can take half the money, the car, the house, the children, all the money he got. You can buy all the zebras and bones you want. Go back home in style, girl. You don't have to put up with this shit and get your hair done right. Cut that big afro shit off and go back home to African style. Who the hell do you think he is? Let me tell you something else about Eddie Murphy. That motherfucker ain't nothing but a butt. Oh, hi, Eddie. How you doing? Oh, I didn't know you was here. You scared me. Ooh, I don't know. I can't stay. I was just talking to Fufu about a couple of things, No. I got to go. You two, y'all two lovebirds talk. Eddie, talk to your woman. Talk to Fufu. You got a lot to talk about. Go on, Eddie, please talk to Fufu. And leave me in the kitchen with some bush bitch
Watch.
with an attitude.
Yep. Because now she's been introduced to Babylonian customs, American women. Now she got an attitude. Watch.
Eddie, I want to talk to you. What's your problem, baby? I don't like the way you treat me, Eddie. You treat me like animal. You was butt naked on a zebra last month.
Yeah, see?
I don't care, Eddie. I'm an American woman now. I want what's coming to me. Eddie, what have you done for me lately?
See, there you go.
I want you to be happy with what you want. Half! Give me half, Eddie! Give me half, Mr. Fuck You Man! Suck my dick, Eddie! You motherfucker! Then I'd be on the front page of the African Inquirer like this.
So there you go. That's you know, we played that because that's true, man. That's true. That does happen, all right. The people actually that you got the passport bros, and they go to other countries and get wife because the ones in America are all fucked up. All right, but just and that's why we played that that little. I don't remember if that one's from Raw Delirious. Either way, it was from like the 80s or 90s. All right, and that's all the way back then. So that shows you the state of Babylonian women. All right, for quite some time now. Let me go back and play the lesson. But that's always been one of my personal favorites. It's something that we grabbed. We didn't just grab it just to derail, because it's relevant. It's relevant. Like he said, you get yourself an African bush bitch. You better lock her up in the house. You better not ever let her see go around no American women. They have her fucked up. All right. Did you know you could heck half? All right. It's true. And then you saw at the end she was all fucked up. I want half Eddie. All right. It's true, man. So hey. That's because over there in those different countries, the women don't be acting like that. All right, but over here they be all fucked up. So let's get did we already get this? We're gonna get it. I don't remember so we didn't get this. This is 1 Timothy 2:12. All right, it reads, "But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man." We did get this, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve, and Adam was not deceived. But the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Let's read that again. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Let's actually go over to the. Let's go over, and I don't even know why I was in there. I messed up the other one. That's supposed to be the Apocrypha over there. But let's go over and see what it says in the Good News Translation. What in the world? One minute. Yeah, Yeah, see, I have to go over here because these ones don't link. So now it should be linked. Yeah, so here we go. This is the Good News translation. It says, let's see. Yeah, here we go. This is heavy. All right. So 1 Timothy 2:11 in the Good News translation, it reads, "Women should learn in silence and all humility." And that's another word that you women have to learn is humility. Let's grab that. All right, humility. All right, a lot of you men need to learn humility too, because a lot of you men don't know what humility is either.
Humility, humility, humility.
All right, a modest or low view of one's own importance, humbleness. All right, modesty, humbleness, meekness, lack of pride, lack of vanity. And a lot of you women are you're full of pride and full of vanity. All right, and another one is, check this out, unassertiveness. Unassertiveness. So what does it mean to be assertive? Assertive.
Assertive.
Having or showing a confident and forceful personality. A forceful personality, and it doesn't really mean confident. Assertive is, like, here we go, bullish. All right, bullish, insistent. All right, strong-willed, feisty. All right, domineering.
Domineering.
Domineering, and that's about the most accurate definition. All right, for the American woman, domineering, asserting one's will over another in an arrogant way, because they don't just assert it over there; they do it in an arrogant way, with arrogance, full of arrogance, and they don't know humility. Humility, again, is the opposite. Guess what? The opposite of humility is pride. All right, and the women of America are very prideful. They're very prideful. They have a sense of pride on them. All right, so there you go. Let's continue on the Good News translation. Women should learn in silence and all humility. I do not allow them to teach or have authority over men. They must keep quiet. 13. For Adam was created first, then Eve. Now listen to 14. 14 is heavy. All right, because it gives you that for it puts it into plainer terms than the King James version does. All right, which can be good for edification for some. And it was not Adam, again, this is 1 Timothy 2:14, and it was not Adam who was deceived, it was the woman who was deceived and broke the Most High's law. So, there you go. And that's plain in 14, but some people might try to, filibuster around, but the woman being deceived was in transgression of what? All right, but it shows you right in the Good News translation. All right, so we got that. All right, let's go ahead and where are we going to go from here? Let's actually go ahead and play the video. Let's get the video out of the way. This is a video I came across, I believe, last Sabbath. All right, I don't remember all what it tells you about, but it talks about, over there, the women will actually, in Middle Eastern, the women will actually bring their man a woman. All right, that would never happen in this society, but here we go. Let's play it.
You need to bring more women for your husband. Trust me, the moment you accept this, your life's gonna change. Men need more than one woman, and men crave more than one woman. See, the thing is, we don't want to say this to ourselves. We prefer to say, I'm enough, but it has nothing to do with you. You need to bring...
Yeah, so she was saying it has nothing to do with you, all right? And historically, yes, men had multiple wives, all right? They had multiple wives, and you women, all right, a lot of you buck up, now, I'm the only bitch he need in his life. I'm gonna take half, all right? But no, but, if he gets another bitch, I'm taking half, all right? So, and that's the state of Babylonian women, but in those other countries, it's different. You gotta realize, and I'm not saying they're righteous because they're heathens. If she's really, if she's really an Ishmaelite, all right, she's a heathen, all right? She could be a Jake, you never know, all right? That's just because she looks one way, you can't say. You'd have to test her by her spirit. More than likely, she's an Ishmaelite, but you never know, all right? But even over in Africa, the Hamites, all right, there's several tribes that have more than one wife, all right? And you know why? I can't remember the name of the video, all right? There was a video I found a while ago, and if a brother, watches this video, or, our sister knows the link, please put it in the comment, because I want to have it on deck. I want to download it so I don't lose it. But it was basically talking about the women in their country, all right, aren't allowed to, when they're on their periods, all right, when they're on their monthly, all right, their cycle, they're not allowed to cook, all right, and that's that's the same thing how it is with us as Israelites, all right. Biblically, all right, the women wouldn't be cooking because they wouldn't be in the house, all right, they'd be somewhere completely different. But in these African tribes, I can't remember the name, but they had a specific name. They spoke of, on their menstrual cycle, they're not allowed to cook. All right, so that woman would be you know, sent away to rest or do whatever, all right? And meanwhile, one of their other wives would take over the cooking and the cleaning, all right? And that's the other thing. You women are like, oh, we have so much work to do. Guess what? If you have multiple women, guess what? Housework gets done faster, all right? You vacuum, you do this, you wash the clothes, you change the babies, you do this, you do that, all right? This and that, you clean this, you clean that, I do this, you run the bath, you do this, you get that together, all right? All that, all right? You get all that done together, and guess what? It actually benefits you women, but you don't see it. You've been blinded, all right, by Esau society. It's fucked you up in the head. Babylon has really messed your mind up, all right? And it's almost, I almost debate if I should change that to that, change the title to that, all right? Because I wasn't even thinking of that Frank Zappa song until, you know, I made this, and I said, you know what? What's that song has really messed my mind up, and taught, you know, he's basically, you know, she's fucked him up. She's done all these terrible things to him, but for some reason he's still in love with her. Right? And there's other songs like what is that other song? There's that one song that's like that old. I can't remember. It's like that early 2000s song or mid 2000s song. I hate everything about you. Why do I still love you? All right, and that's, you know, but that doesn't really. That's not as fitting as Lucille has messed my mind up because, what was I saying here? It's because, you know, you don't hate Babylon. A lot of you really love Babylon. All right. You hate all. You couldn't be relevant to I hate everything about you because you love everything about Babylon. All right. You love everything about Babylon. All right. Lucille has messed my mind up to more relevant because, you know, she's been messed your mind up for some reason. You still love her though. You're not sure why. All right. But let's continue on. So now we got that, all right? Now we got that one, and that's another thing I want to touch on, all right? Because you and a lot of you women, a lot of you Hebrew Israelite women too, you're like, I'm good Hebrew Israelite sister. I keep my head covered. And then guess what? Boom. You start talking about multiple wives, and I ain't with that. Nope. The N-dub comes out. The N-dub comes out. And here you are saying you're Israelite sister, and as soon as the multiple wives come out, boom, N-dub, instant N-dub. All right, you're like a fucking which I don't know, what could I use an example, like a fucking sea monkey or something. Like, you know, it's all fine, and then you put them in the water, and then boom, instant. All right, instant. I don't know if sea monkeys are instant. I just know they're like a bunch of powder, and then you put them in and they grow. All right, like what are those other things? Like those fucking they like those weird sponges that come in a pill, and you throw them in the water, and they dissolve, and then all of a sudden, boom, you got a dinosaur or something. You know, when you were kids, they're like the little dissolving things. All right, you got those, or you know, or like you know, instant N-dub, just add water. All right, some shit like that, you know. So that's a state of you women there, and that's why, hey brothers, you can't trust all these Israelite women either. All right, you can't trust all the likewise women. You can't trust all the Israelite brothers either. All right, you got to realize there's a lot of so-called Israelites. All right, there's a lot of Israelites out there that say they're Israelites, but then they go ahead and do shit like put fringes on their car and on their dog. I don't shop in Walmart unless I got fringes on the shopping cart. Not saying that's happened, but you know, fuck it. There's a lot of bug outs out there, man. All right, a lot of dudes think they're King David. All right, people that think Yahushua was Tupac or Tupac was Yahushua. A lot of bug outs, man. A lot of bug outs. All right, so you got to watch out likewise, all right? Men watching out for the women, women watching out for the men too, because especially you women, because guess what? You get with that man, you're stuck with that man now, all right? You can't back out. Here he is now. Baby, I'm King David. I'm King David, babe. No, so make sure you're watching out, you ladies, all right? And likewise, you men, watch out as well, because some of these women are like, yeah, I'm a good Hebrew Israelite sister. Watch the Sakari, IUIC, all right, One Body, all right, you know, and then, you know, goes over on GMS and starts making all of these bunch of these crazy comments, all right? And then the brothers of GMS, all right, and the ones that have the true truth, GMS, the ones who have the true truth, all right, they ain't with that. They'll tell you women right then and there. It's like, no, you don't, other camps let you talk like that, but no, we don't do that around here. But anyway, this is Isaiah 3:12, and this is the state. This is the state of our men for sure. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee, cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths. All right. So yeah, your women rule. The women are ruling over the men here. All right. The women are in rulership in Babylon the Great, all right? And guess what? And who are you raised by a lot of the time? Because, you know, through the curses, the men don't stick around. So who do you get rose by? You get rose up by N-dub, All right, and then guess what? You're effeminate. I get my feelings hurt. Oh, I gotta go shopping 35 times a week. You know, and that's what you men have become. All right, it's fucking disgraceful. All right. You know, you women are supposed to be putting your place. Hey, brother, don't talk about the queens like that, bro. They just the queens, bro. You a fucking simp. All right, you're one step away from being a fucking homosexual. All right. That's how fucking simpish you are, all right? You're acting like a goddamn woman, and meanwhile, you gotta be nice to the queens. You gotta be nice to the queens. My wife's good. And meanwhile, the wife's like, you know, Marcus, you better shut your ass up and get over here, you dumbass. Get over here. Why you always acting like a goddamn fool? Get over here and get your ass in the goddamn And I'm like, this is the state. The women have been changed in the place of the men, and the men have been changed in the place of the women. It's fucking ridiculous, man. The women over here brutish. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? All right, what you gonna do, bitch? All you'd have to do is be slapped across the face one goddamn time, and you fucking fly to the floor. All right, the fuck you talking about? What you gonna do? All right, we just can't do nothing about it. All right, because really, and you know what the thing is? Biblically, you would have been put to death. All right, you women that act like that, you would have been put to death. Okay. You don't think a woman? You don't dare think not for a minute that women were just allowed to walk around and just do that and be like, oh, you ain't gonna do shit. I'm gonna get with your friend, all right, and goes and has sexual relationships with your friend, and then continues on to just no. They would have been put to death. All right, there would be a lot to do. There wouldn't be too many women left. All right, in a society where now if we were under biblical law, because guess what? Oh, you ain't shit. Straight to the pit with you. I fucked your friend. Straight to the pit with you. Straight to the pit with you. I'm just gonna date women. Straight to the pit with you. All right, left and right, boom, to the pit, 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 to the pit. We're gonna have to start some more pits, man. Ooh, we don't have enough space for all these burnings. That's how it would have happened. All right, that's how it would have happened. All right. So you think you got it so bad, and you women think you got it so bad in America. We have it so terrible. Oh, you're a misogynist. All right, do the Dave Chappelle voice. You're a misogynist, man. All right, so Ephesians 5:22, wives, women are wives, by the way. All right, this doesn't mean a man dressing up as a woman is a wife. No, that's a mo that should be put to death. Wives, women that are married to a man, all right, which marriage is the act of a man's penis going in your vagina. I'm saying it raw. I'm saying it how it is. Oh, he said it. He said penis and vagina. Oh, that's another thing. They teach you that those words are so bad in Babylon the Great. No, that's what happened, all right? The man's rod went into the woman's box, all right? We shouldn't have to talk about this. This is what, like 5th grade you learned this, all right? But the thing is that they tell you, oh, that's sex before marriage. No, when a man's penis goes into a woman's vagina and they have sex, guess what? Boom, that woman is now married unto that man. All right, and as long as that man lives, she is bound to that man, and that's it. All right, let's grab that because we didn't actually grab that real quick. Romans 7:2. For the woman which hath an husband is bound by a law to her husband, so long as he liveth. But if the husband be dead, she is loosed from the law of her husband. So guess what? A man's penis goes inside your vagina. Guess what? You're bound to that man for the rest of his life. All right? Or the rest of your life, depending on who dies first. But, whatever. But let's say that man dies. Say he, I don't know, fell off a cliff. I don't know. He was an avid rock climber or something. He fell off the side of the cliff. Guess what? You're loose from that law now. Why? Because he's dead. All right? So you can have another husband. But guess what? As soon as that man's rod goes inside of you, you're bound to him until he dies. Got it? Okay? And same thing for you women. All right? When you come into this truth, you're born anew. All right? You're born anew when you come into this truth. All right? So say if you come into the truth and you have a boyfriend, you're bound to that man. You're stuck with that man until he dies. All right, but you women, say if you dated a whole bunch, say if you were an old school hoe, all right, you got 30 men under your belt, all right, and you said, okay, you come to the truth, I'm not going to do that anymore, and you meet a nice man. Now, technically, you were already married before, all right, well, borderline on prostitute here, but, you weren't making any money from it, but, you were doing that, all right, you come in and you say, I'm ready to set, you found a nice Hebrew Israelite man, guess what, you can settle down with him, but guess what, as soon as you do that, you're locked in until that man passes away. Okay, you got it. So you Hebrew Israelite sisters that had a man before, But then when you come into the truth, you get a clean slate, all right? Because you didn't know of the law, all right? When you came in, and so that the Most High winked at those things because you did not know. You still have to repent for those things, but now you got a fresh slate. Don't fuck it up, okay? Do not fuck it up, because if you mess up your clean slate, here you are with a clean slate, and you come in, you learn this truth, and then you start being a hoe, you're done. You're done. All right, that's it. It'd have been better if you would have never known this truth, because you basically you can't stay in the truth like that. That's off. All right. So once again, let's read it. Romans 7:2, and this is another. Did I even grab this? I didn't. So Thawadi Halbah Shemi Shai for letting me remember this scripture, because this is much needed too. And because you women think you have it so bad in America, you can freely leave your men here. All right, no one will even say a word, all right, except the prophets, but you don't care about them anyway, right? You don't care about, the people that teach the Bible. You don't like what we have to say. No, you don't like that, all right? But Romans 7:2, for the women which hath an husband is bound by law to her husband so long as he liveth. But if the husband be dead, she is loose from the law of her husband. That's the only way that you can get out of that situation, is if he's dead. And that doesn't mean you can fucking kill him either. All right, so like you for the language, gotta say that. I'm gonna just kill him. Well, then you're sinning either way. All right, so you can't do either of those, man. So Ephesians 5:22, wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Hamashiach is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body. Okay? Therefore, as the church is subject under Hamashiach, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything. In everything. Guess what? Here's another one. You women are going to like this one. Husbands, love your wife, even as Hamashiach also loved the church and gave himself for it. So guess what? In all this doesn't mean you can just beat your wife and treat her like shit either. All right, you have to be loving to your wife. You have to treat her. Guess what? If your wife wants a little 1-2-1-2, all right, guess what? You have to give your wife a little 1-2-1-2, because you have to satisfy her needs as well. That doesn't mean you're a fucking simp and you're bound under her. No, but you have to treat your woman, respect as well. But we're not respect as I'll let her lord over me. No, respect is in she's subject unto you. All right, if you have to treat her respect. She can't, spend her whole day cooking and cleaning for you, and then you just be like, oh, fuck you, you stupid bitch, you dumb hoe. You can't do that, man. You got to be loving to your wives. All right. So I know you women will like that one too. So don't worry. It's not a beat up on me ministry. All right. You have your position, and that's all it is. That's what we're talking about, is your position. All right. You have a position, ladies. All right. And it's a wonderful position, by the way. All right. But this is how a lot of you women act. All right, and this is because you women were cursed. But let's see why. Why and what happened? Moreover, the Lord said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, which means proud, and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes. What does wanton mean? And we ain't talking about the Asian food. God damn it! Come on. Making seductive glances, ogle, winks, paint the eyes with red color, use facial makeup. Malevolent, willful, malicious, evil, cruel. And wanton eyes, really, if you look up wanton eyes, I don't know if it shows it, but really when I think of wanton eyes, I used to call them, hoe eyes or slut eyes, or they call me F-me eyes, because these women have this, look in their eyes. It's that evil, hoish look, all right? And after I saw the scripture, it explained it perfectly. And and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, that means you stretch your neck all out, you're all proud looking at your eyes. All right, walking and mincing as they go, and make a tinkling with their feet. That's that proudness. Therefore, where are we going from here? Therefore, the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughter of Zion. That means your hair. All right, so you've been cursed with your hair. All right, and the Lord will discover their secret parts. Okay, you should know what that means. And in that day, the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet, and their calls and their round tires like the moon. The chains and bracelets and mufflers, the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs, so all your adornments that you had, all right, and the ornaments of the legs and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings and the rings and the nose jewels and the changeable suits of apparel and the mantles and the wimples and the crisping pins, the glasses and the fine linen and the heads and the hoods and the veils. And it shall come to pass that instead of a sweet smell there shall be stink. I'll let you to figure out what that's speaking of. And instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of a well-set hair, baldness. A lot of you women are bald. You got to wear wigs. All right, and instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty. Okay, and burning instead of beauty. There you go. There you go. All right, now let's go over to Proverbs. All right, because you women have been taught that this is a good thing to be. Oh, I'm proud. I'm black, and I'm proud. And you've been taught that, but it's not. It's not. All right, biblically, it's not. All right, you've been messed up. All right, and it's not entirely your fault, ladies. All right, I will say that it's not entirely your fault. Now, it is your fault for the wickedness that you've done, because you've done wickedness. But you've been taught something. But it is, once you hear this truth, that's over with, man. All right, you can't go with that proud, because how are you supposed to be? How are you supposed to be? Proverbs 31 and 30. Favor is deceitful, because a lot of you want to do it for favor. You want your friends to applaud you. Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain. Vain means useless, without effect. So favor is deceitful. That's not what you think it is. And beauty is vain, useless. But a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. All right, and that's us men of the truth. We see a hoish woman. The most we do is like, damn, look at her. All right, she kind of bad. All right, and that's it. But you know what we don't think about doing? Wifing her up. All right, we look at her like she's a prostitute. All right, but if we see a calm woman that's fearing the Lord, we say, wow, what a beautiful sister. I'd like to get to know her. All right, but part of me thinks that you women like being, and it's not a part of me. I think that's just how it is. I think you women like being seen as a big old sack of meat. All right, that's just a sexual pincushion. All right. And that gets with multiple men, all right? Because a lot of you are just a bunch of hoes, all right? Sirach 27 and 5, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. Listen to that. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. What does shamefaced mean? Can we get the definition of shamefaced? Ashamed, guilt-ridden, sorry, remorseful, sheepish, all right? So there you go. There you go. Now here's another thing that a lot of you women do, because you listen to your Beyoncés and your Taylor Swifts, all right, and your Cardi B's, and all these women that talk about men, all like that, and you get into the mindset that I don't need a man, or you're with a man, and then you start fucking everything up, all right. And actually, let me not do this here. I almost did it again. And then you had a nice thing and you ruin it, all right? You had a nice thing and you ruin it. So this is Proverbs 14 and 1. It reads, every wise woman buildeth her house, but the foolish woman plucketh it down with her own hands. So a wise woman, does things to, please her man, all right? A wise woman will do things, take care of the children and be a good woman, all right? And fear the Lord. All right, and pray to the Lord, all right? But a foolish woman's going to go, I don't need no man. I'm a strong, independent woman. You ain't going to do shit to me, motherfucker. All that's what a foolish woman does, all right? Why? Because Cardi B said it. Guess what? Cardi B has a man. Well, Nicki Minaj, guess what? Nicki Minaj has a man. Well, Beyonce has a man. But here you are with your single ass with no ass man. All right, sitting here I don't need a man. Well, you ain't going to get a man. It's not that you don't need one. You ain't going to get one. All right, you are not going to get one. All right, and actually we're going to... What's going on here? What in the world? Oh, I don't like that. What in the world? I don't like this. What in the hell? Okay, I guess it fixed itself. That was weird. It started glitching out all crazy. All right, let's go over here. We got another one in Sirach. Here it is. A silent and loving woman. This is Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus 26 and 14. It reads, a silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. A shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace, and her continent mind cannot be valued. Look at that, man. Look at that. All right? A silent and loving woman is a gift of the Lord. All right? So you act like it's so bad. Why do you think it's so bad? Because you've been taught that it's so bad. all right, by your not your superiors, but you know, what is this? Okay, I see. I get it. You can do it split by split. I don't like that, but okay, cool. That's a good feature to know of. So yeah, you've been taught by these other women that that's a good thing to do, but it's not. It's better to be a loving woman. All right, it's silent. That don't mean I can never speak. Oh, I can never speak. When men are in conversation, though, you should be quiet. All right, that's how it goes. And that's used to how it was back, 30s, 40s, 50s, and then sometime at that point everything just stopped. All right, something during the, I don't know what happened during that point. A lot of feminist uprisings and rebellions, but at some point during the 40s and 50s, you were now weird. All right, if you were dating a 15-year-old and you were 20, all right. You were now bad if you put your woman in place. All right, you were now a lot of things changed. It went from moles weren't fully accepted. The 60s is when they started getting more accepted. All right, by the 80s, boom. By the 80s, 70s and 80s is when it really started taking place. But things started getting that'd be something to look into. All right, I'm sure there's a reason for it. But during that point, a lot of things started changing. All right. So, lastly, Isaiah 4:1. These end days coming. All right. All this pride and this, oh, I'm a bad bitch. All that's gonna cease. All right. It's all gonna cease because when you come to find out that if you're gonna need that man to save you in those days. All right. To get salvation through that man. All right. Through being his wife, or being with him. All right. When that comes. You're gonna change your fucking what's the word? You're gonna change your attitude real quick. All right, it's like for the swearing. I'm going back to the swearing a lot, so I'm gonna cut it down just a little bit. All right, but it's gonna change. You're gonna switch up real fast. Isaiah 4, verse 1. And in that day, what is this day? This is we were right below this. All right, but. So in the end days, all right, the days come, destruction of Babylon, the days before Jacob's trouble. Guess what? What are you going to do? Isaiah 4:1. It reads, and in that day, 7 women shall take, and that's a complete number of women. That doesn't mean literal 7. 7, every time you see in 7, it means completion. And that day, 7, and in that day, 7 women, a complete number of women, shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread, and we will wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Let's see what it says in the Good News Translation. It's a little bit different than being the shame of unmarried, but we'll read it. Isaiah 4:1 in the Good News Translation. When that time comes, 7 women will grab a hold of one man and say, we can feed and clothe ourselves, but please let us say you are our husband. And then it goes on to say, so that we won't have to endure the shame of being unmarried. It's not really what it's talking about. It's more talking about being saved for the man. But, yeah. So that your mindset's going to change a lot, all right? There's not going to be no feminism in Jacob's trouble, all right? And if you try to be, guess what? You're not gonna make it, all right? You're just going to be put to death. So, that's all I had, all right, for this lesson. That's all I had, the scriptures, all right? That's all the videos. Most importantly, the scriptures. All right, that's all I had for this. All right. There we go with all updates. All right, so this has been, and you women think you have it so bad in America. All right, that's how you're going to pronounce that one. You women think you have it so bad in America. You ain't got it that bad. All right, you ain't got it that bad. All right, really, actually, you do have it bad. You think you have it so bad, but not for the right reasons. You do have it bad, but not for the right reasons. All right, you have it bad because you're not being, under your men. All right, you have it bad because you're not letting the man control. All right, so really you do have it bad. Your mind's all messed up though. You think you don't, I think I have it bad. Well, you do have it bad, but you're thinking you have it bad because women don't have as much control as you'd like. When really you should have less control. All right, so it's like a double whammy. All right, if you can understand that. I know it's a little deep, but that's how it is. You think you have it bad. And you do have it bad, but you don't have it bad for the reason that you're thinking about. All right, you have it bad because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you think this truth is bad, but it's good. All right, see, Babylon has messed your mind up. All right, it's a bunch of confusion, and that's what Babel is. Babel means confusion. Okay, so that concludes, and you women think you have it so bad in America. All right, so hey, Lord willing, that was edifying. Hey, again, you women, hey, you orderly women, all right, you sisters in this truth, all right, that are treating your men well. Hey, don't get it twisted. All right, we're not beating up on you. All right, we've got the scriptures talking about loving women. All right, and talking about deceit is favor is deceitful. All right, so we got that for you. So don't get it twisted. All right, we're not beating up on you, good woman. We're just saying, hey, you wicked women out there, hey, look, man, it's gonna be a terrible time for you. But hey, all these things that you've been taught is a lie. All right, so with that, we're gonna close out. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakbadash. I want to give double honors to elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Shalom to you brothers and sisters out there. Keep enduring, keep the faith. Amen. We're almost out of here. Until next one, Lord willing. Shalom.